I want to thank Chairman Hudson for holding this important hearing, and I want to thank the witnesses for being here to testify. And we keep talking about robocalls. I've had my experience with those. And in fact, this one call I got, I told the guy, I says, you know, I'm a member of Congress, and I'm going to have the FBI investigate you. And he kept trying to get me to go buy this card at and I finally said, did you hear what I said? And, you know, so I don't know. But like I said, it sounds like a game of whack-a-mole as far as these harassing calls, and they remain a nationwide problem. And they're getting really more serious and more serious. And I don't know where they come up with all these ideas, but obviously, we talked about some of the things that are working, but you know, and we talked about the trace legislation where we can trace these calls. We have the ability to trace these calls back to the originator.
That's correct.
Okay.
And one thing I want to emphasize about that is prior to traceback, it would take months, like 6, 7, 8 months,
okay,
for law enforcement to do that. It can be done now in 24 hours,
okay,
sometimes less.
So as far as convicting these people, where's the holdup? Is it in the court system, or is it is law enforcement able to do what they need to do, or is DOJ involved? How does the court system work, and the fines and things like that?
So I think it's a resource issue.
Okay.
I think it's a resource and prioritization issue.
Okay.
And, you know, in my opinion, I think what often happens, whether it's a U.S. Attorney's Office, the DOJ, whomever, they see robocalls and they think, you know, this isn't a big deal.
Right.
It's just robocalls.
Yeah.
But given the changing nature of this fraud and who is involved, I think there needs to be a prioritization on criminal enforcement. Civil enforcement works. It disrupts. It knocks them off their game. But I believe we need to put people behind bars.
How about the carriers and the equipment suppliers? What are they doing to try to eliminate this problem?
So there are various things that are happening, both, you know, on the handset side, on the carrier side. Carriers work very closely with various vendors that are providing more and more powerful tools to consumers to identify these calls. You know, traditionally, these calls were being labeled with scam likely, spam likely, but as the fraud evolves, the tools evolve. And
right.
So now we're moving to solutions like branded calling solutions that, you know, will literally show verified number and logo
right.
on the device. And carriers also work closely with the ITG in identifying these folks.
And so in listening to you, the federal government needs to do more to deal with this, obviously, and identifying these particularly these enforcing the laws outside jurisdiction, because I'm pretty sure this robocall I got was from some other country. I could barely understand the person. So, well, thank you for your work on behalf of that problem. Mr. Von Ah, in my district, many communities don't care which federal program builds broadband. They simply want reliable service. How can we make the federal process easier for local providers, from electric cooperatives to local telephone companies in our communities that are just simply trying to get connected? GAO found that more than 130 broadband programs spread across, and I think the chairman mentioned this, 15-something agencies. From your perspective, what is the single biggest coordination problem that Congress should be focused on fixing and getting this done?
So I think from our work, Vice Chairman Allen, I would say that it's making sure that the roles and responsibilities amongst the agencies are clear. We have seen a lot of positive things from coordination. We've seen them focus on avoiding duplication and being largely successful in doing so. Less so are they sort of considering more strategic kinds of issues, whether that service is going to be sustainable over the long term, whether that's going to be, have the kind of subscribership and that's going to sustain that going forward. And so we would like to see sort of, what happens next with federal agency coordination in those areas.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I am out of time. I'm over time, actually. Okay.